What is up, everybody? It's ADB95, and welcome to another game of Week 3. This is a interesting match we got here. We got J.Warren and Darrot, and of course I got Pinstripe with me. Health sick.
Hello, everybody. I'm not as coffee as I was before.
We heard you on your last video. You were pretty sounded pretty bad, to be honest.
Yeah, it was pretty grim, but ready for some hogs.
Yeah, as always. Your body is ready, or at least some part of your body is ready, I guess. But yeah, we're starting on one of the newest map, like probably the weirdest map of the new ones, like P-Drag. But we know the map by now. It's been around for over a year. It's an interesting map with
been in the
tanks.
pool. Been in the map pool for quite some time. It's consistently been there too. I mean, we haven't really had to change it since it was brought in, which is nice because I know that with this recent season we changed at least 5 of the new old maps. They were swapped out for the ones that we've seen so far in these 3 weeks.
Yeah, and I would say, meanwhile, Warren goes first in Death Valley. Warren is playing in green, by the way, because, well, they're both
Yes,
purple players. They're both purple players, so J.Warren decided to go for green. As I was saying, the change that we made in maps for this season is very cool, because we got rid of the maps that were, like, not bad, but they were too similar to each other, so they provided the same experience, basically. We got things like Canyon, for example, and I haven't...
And the other ones that you can't remember the names of.
No. I can't remember. I was trying to say, like, for example, Hill Base. I haven't had the chance to test it yet. But anyway, we got on P-Drag, and Warren has already performed the medic action.
Yeah, we've got that one going. We have that first tank jump.
Yeah, we got the first health crate on both of them, so J.Warren just went straight for the medic. He didn't even go for the tank. I guess that's a choice.
No 50 straight away, but nevertheless, Darrot sticking with the Grenadier and going with his medic second, and J.Warren going the other way around. So he will now use his Grenadier, but he is tank blocking the scout there, so...
That was nice. I was not expecting the tank blocking.
Yeah, certainly something you don't see very often, because...
Put that on the Cambridge Dictionary.
Yeah, I think this is the only map that has tanks in it in multiplayer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as there's only one in single player too.
Yeah, the multiplayer would be so much more interesting if we had more tanks, but we will see if that can be possible going forward. But big damage there with that cluster bomb.
And also the body block on the 5th pig of Darrot's lineup, so that Grenadier is going to be protected for a while.
Sneaky body blocks coming in, but some good damage there on that sapper. Got to get his health down as quickly as possible. Interesting to note, actually, these two, their record so far. J.Warren is actually looking for his first win. He's had a tough 2 weeks, as he lost that first game 2-1 to Iron Fox and then lost in week 2 to Caster. But in both of those games, the score was 2-1, so he's proven that he can get some wins on the board in terms of rounds. But the big question on our lips will be whether or not he can bring up the goods in this match.
Yeah.
Ooh, and that could be a kill, actually.
The thing is, he played... He played
sorry.
He played the two top tier quote unquote players in this group because, well, since you had to drop out, basically Caster and Iron Fox are the two that are considered to be the best ones in
they're the favorites to take first and second place in Group B. But we might see some upsets because, I mean, if J.Warren is able to get the win today, he won't actually move up that far. He'll be able to nudge himself up 1 place to 5th. And Peckies is actually playing Iron Fox this week, so it's going to be tough for him to get points on the board as well because, like I said, both J.Warren and Peckies still have 0 points. But Darrot, on the other hand, has a win and a loss at the moment. He beat Crumble 2-0, which did him some good in terms of score difference, but he did lose 2-1 to Iron Fox. But, I mean, both of these players losing to Iron Fox, but still winning around in their individual games.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is that Group B is just so harsh. Like I'm as a Group A player, I can say that the Group B is definitely tougher. It's got like these new players that are very tough. as
Yes.
opposed to old ones.
But it's great to see the players coming up from the Grunt League and old players who didn't necessarily do too well in last season's Pro League, but have really kind of shone through so far. I think Bobby in Group A has definitely been kind of a dark horse. But
Yeah.
meanwhile, we're talking about all these individual players, and
Yeah,
Darrot just
exactly.
pulls off a double poison there.
A very nice double poison by Darrot after J.Warren got his own poison, but that was also just one.
Someone who uses poison gas quite often, is this your favorite map for getting like double or triple poison gases?
I would say yes, because positioning in this map is actually trickier than it looks.
Mm.
It's like, besides the angles, it's everywhere you go is not safe because the minefields are pretty close. And if
Yeah.
you are on the angles, the terrain is pretty flat, so you're susceptible to very easy gas grenades and, of course, also cluster grenades.
That's very true. And tanks don't really have anywhere to hide either. I mean, we saw there both players kind of mirroring each other with with the shrapnel, I should say, sorry, and being able to destroy it in one hit. So that both tanks are down, which means that
Oh, this
both
is crucial here. He's going
it
for
is.
the other grenadier. Grenadier.
But I don't think that's enough to get over the wall.
Oh
Oh,
no! The
big
damage
miss there
doesn't
from
get through
Darrot.
the walls.
I need to write down their colors because I know we said it like a second ago, but my brain keeps thinking that J.Warren is
Oh
Team
yeah.
Lark. Ugh, dearie me. But yeah, we've got both of the pickups now in the center, but neither player currently has a paratrooper in their lineup. So unless they can break the wall, they won't be able to get those high explosive grenades, which might be crucial when they lose either of their grenadiers. That
And
I'm sure will be later on in this match.
like you could see Darrot went for the kill there because, well, the Grenadier of J.Warren's team is going to move now, and
Yeah,
every turn of the Grenadier is
spread
so
out.
important.
Exactly, and that could
But
be
despite the body block, despite the blocked medic, Darrot is also defending his own Grenadier pretty well. He's got another body
yeah.
block. He's still on 100 health.
I mean, we were impressed by that tank block earlier, but this could be uh, potentially a kill if you can get the right knockback. But no, the cluster
Ooh.
bomb is probably the most difficult to get the right amount of knockback that you want sometimes. Because
Yeah,
they either stop dead in the air or they go flying. You can never really get a good in between.
and the problem with the cluster grenade is that we sometimes we say that a bad cluster grenade is due to input lag, but sometimes it's actually the game lagging that prevents you from getting a good cluster.
Yeah. Especially on snowier maps as well, where the frame rate tends to be a lot lower anyway.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, bit of
what was
damage there on
that?
his own scout.
Oh, but he missed the minefield.
So unlucky. Sorry, I'm sipping some water here.
Don't worry. But this sapper is on 37, so it's a tough choice because it's that range of health where you're thinking about doing something, but you can't actually, like, unless you make a very bold move and kill him, you know that
Yeah.
you're gonna miss a turn in some way.
I'm not sure how much health that Scout has. He didn't take that big of damage when the cluster bomb went off. So, I
I'm
mean, if you can get him in the mines.
pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you will not die. But the second mine, no. Oof.
There was potential that he would have perished. He would have gone.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
mathematically, we would have definitely perished because it was definitely not more than 110 or 105 or
yeah.
something. So
But, I mean, in terms of going back to the lineups, I mean, both players have mirrored each other exactly in terms of the classes that they've gone for. Both players have a scout, both players have two sappers, and both players have a medic and a grenadier, which seems to be the main lineup for P-Drag for most players. I mean, when last season when we played this map, we were kind of, I guess, new to sort of figuring out what the best strategy was. I mean,
yeah,
I
because
went
there was
in
an element that we never had before, which is tanks. But
exactly.
the theme of this match of J.Warren versus Darrot is that they all have, in basically all games, they have very similar lineups, just with very different orders.
Yes, exactly. They are exactly the same, just done ever so slightly differently. Darrot has both of his sappers going one after the other, whereas J.Warren mixes it up and puts a scout in between.
And it's going to be a numbers game right now
It is,
because, well, the
yeah.
poison is just everywhere.
He's looking to gain in that extra turn. You can see he's not going straight for the 60. He wants to detonate it
That's
maybe
a very
just
hard one to
after.
do, exactly. You can get
Ooh.
a 48, or like the damage drop is very high with the high explosive. But now, how are you gonna manage that now?
I mean, he's got the pigs where he wants them, though. I mean, 22 and 12 health, both poisoned. Like, he can just jump on one of their heads and then just kind of let the death of one damage the other, and then just sort
Oh,
of
and you know what I
recompete.
just figured out? Wait,
Mhm.
no, that's not true. There hasn't been a kill yet, right? Oh no, there has
Yeah,
been.
there has been a few kills, actually, yeah.
Yeah, and this means that now Darrot's medic is going to move.
Yeah, he'll finally have a turn, but that was not the best turn, even though he does get the kill here.
Oh, I
Jay
disagree
Warren,
actually.
I mean,
Cause he
his positioning with his sapper has pushed himself back next to the minefield again. So he's got three pigs kind of very close together.
and
So it's a big.
if he tranquilizes his medic, which is eventually what I think he will do, he will have a chance to jump on the Grenadier's head twice, because the Grenadier is after. Yeah, the Grenadier is now next. After this medic's turn,
Yikes.
the Grenadier is next. And this could be a potentially fantastic move, because the Grenadier, by killing himself, will also damage the other one. On 22, look, that's
Yep,
perfect.
exactly. That's what I was saying. As soon as you're able to jump on his head, he'll be able to damage his teammates next to him when he dies, and then you
And
can
that
leave him
sapper,
for
I
that
don't know
extra kill.
which sapper is first, but that could also potentially be after the Grenadier.
Oh my god, so
So,
potential for two lost
yeah,
turns
exactly.
and damage on his sapper here as
So
well.
much so that he just doesn't go for the explosive. He doesn't want to accidentally damage them.
Yep, exactly as we suspected. So he's now down to 2 health,
But
and it
again, I
is.
don't know which sapper is going to be first. From that's his big.
Well,
Because no matter what, just go for yeah, exactly, a cluster on 135.
ironically, it's a 4v3 situation, but it could potentially
Wow.
drop to a. It could easily drop to a 3v2 situation in a matter of seconds in the favor
I
of
think
Darrot, of
Darrot
course.
is afraid of damaging him accidentally, but the cluster is
Yeah,
definitely fine because the grenades don't have a good range.
yeah, he's gonna
But
change his mind. Go for the scow instead.
ooh, that's a bit off though.
I think
Never
he's
mind.
just happy to deal damage, really, isn't he? But he
Of
does get that
course.
30.
And it was his next turn. Wow.
Oh my goodness. And he still has all of those strengths to play with. I mean, the medic isn't. I mean, he's trying to damage him as much as he can
Of
in
course,
the time that he has,
which
which
makes
is a good
sense
move, I
considering he
guess.
can't go anywhere else basically.
Yeah, I mean, if he's able to deal, 10 extra damage or so from just jumping on his head, I mean, mathematically, in the long run, that's going to be huge because Darrett knows that eventually he's going to run out of tranquilizers, and it's going to be a tough battle going
Wow.
forward.
It feels like a minute since Darrot's medic had a turn last before this one, but everything has happened in the meantime.
Indeed.
And J.Warren can now not even deal with that Grenadier.
So
So
he's got to do something.
yeah, he's got to. Oh, that's not a good idea. You want to stay away. Doesn't even damage that Grenadier? Maybe he's counting his turns that he knows that he's gonna have a chance.
Sorry, I'm dying on the mic. If you want to take over for a minute.
I think it didn't actually get through, so I didn't hear you coughing at all.
Well, that's good.
But Dara's just keeping
Goes for the
his
punch.
turns going.
Oh my goodness me. I mean, this seems to be the main map where we see that so often. I think it's probably one of the maps in, in the entire game where you can see the most turns lost through
Yeah.
poison.
I honestly don't remember how much that scout has. But if I was J.Warren here, I would just plant a TNT in the middle to damage all three of them. Like, it's a perfect
Yeah.
triangle right there.
Exactly.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead already, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then in that case, just definitely go for the Grenadier.
yeah, he's gonna actually deal more damage to the sapper instead, which is surprising.
Yeah, I was gonna say the numbers are not good because they're both on 65, so you cannot actually gain anything from them right away. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be a battle of medics. Because,
Potentially
well,
here. I mean, the healing's going to be big, but the fact that he has that sapper still, or I say still on 135 as Darrot pulls out that cluster, but if
yeah,
he can
I
get big
think
damage
not
here,
killing the Grenadier, not trying to kill the Grenadier with the minefield, that was a big mistake for J.Warren here. Because he just lost a ton of health because of that.
and the turn, which means that the sapper can, sorry, the medic can continue to jump on his head, or, as we can see now, he's turning around and looking to heal, I guess, and then,
Which
I don't know. I don't think he'll have
perfectly,
enough
it makes perfect sense to me, because Darrot now knows that this is going to be a battle of medics, so he knows that he is going to eventually be able to use this. The green medic will eventually be able to use this last trank. So he's like, screw you. I know you're gonna trank me, so I'm gonna do something else in the meantime.
Yeah, I thought he'd go for the rifle burst as well. I didn't know how much health he
Oh
had, but
my god, that was a
all
beautiful
three
rifle burst.
with the no scope. Goodness me.
So it's 3v1, and I don't see a way that Warren can bring this back now. I mean,
It was good maneuvering.
unless he gets a couple of turns, but I don't know. It remains to be seen the health of the pigs, because I think it's going to be the sapper's turn now. So if he tranquilizes him,
Yeah, he'll gain that. He'll gain one, and he'll bring him back to a 2v1 situation, which is probably the best.
that's terrible though.
I mean, he could use his grenade launcher and try and damage him just a little.
Oh no, he misses.
No!
So no, he misses, but he doesn't get away. Doesn't get it away.
Very costly. But if not big damage happens here, then
And as always, Darrot is pretty no bullshit on this one. I don't care, I'm just gonna do damage. And I think he did a 30 on his own medic and a 50 on J.Warren's.
But now he can jump on his head 3 times and
I guess
tranquilize the Grenadier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's still in it, really. If he's able to kind of silence the other two and then damage the medic.
If that shrapnel did only a 30 to the Grenadier, then it's good for Darrot. Otherwise, if it did a 50 to both of them, I think J.Warren is actually in this.
We have seen 3v1 situations before, but...
Oh, he's tranquilizing the medic. But I know why. Sapper was not going to skip his turn if he didn't do that, because the medic would have healed him. And now the Grenadier cannot do that much damage, because they're close together. That was actually a great call by J.Warren.
He's just able to jump on his head twice and then hit him with the high explosive grenade, because he doesn't really care about killing his own pig, so long as he gains that full 60.
I always forget about the jumping on head, sorry.
I know, it's always those additional 1 or 2 bits of damage.
Yeah, but still, that was a great effort by J.Warren, so...
It was!
Oh!
Big finish there from Darrot.
That was a very interesting P-drag.
He takes round 1 on P-drag. Came down to the wire. J.Warren could have stayed in it there towards the end, but a good finish from Darrot nonetheless.
Very, very solid game from Darrot, who won by going second. So J.Warren is gonna have a lot to do on Skullduggery. We'll see if he pulls it off in a minute.
Yikes.
Okay, now we are back to Skullduggery.
Yes.
And as I said before, we're having some pretty interesting lineups because they're the same pigs: medic, paratrooper, grenadier, and 2 sappers. But as you will see when J.Warren will switch to Darrot, they have very different orders. Darrot is going with the 2 sappers first.
Yeah, 2 sappers, grenadier, paratrooper, medic. J.Warren going with the medic, para, grenadier, and then 2 sappers. So, yeah, mirroring each other once again. But I'm excited to see at least something different in the paratrooper. Yeah.
Because, well, Skullduggery is a pretty self-explanatory map, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, you and me have kind of taught it to death in terms of balancing and...
Yeah, there's that island that just annoys.
Yeah, and I mean, we tried to make it enticing with the health crates and then found out that it was a bit too overpowered, so we reduced it again. So there's now only one. I think
it's fine. The result we got now is pretty fine.
It's there if people want it, and it's kind of like the health is there if you have obviously the paratrooper and you have at least 2 jetpacks to get out of there.
Well, there's no pigs on that closer island up there.
For the time being.
Oh yeah, of course.
But that health is a gamble, obviously, because you're never going to get You're never always going to get 10, 20, or 50. And also, I just found out that Darrot can't move.
Huh. Wait a second. Okay, Darrot goes first, and yep, they got similar points from last time. There's still no pig up there, so I guess that's also good.
No,
Question what?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if anyone takes the gamble on that health crate. You know, it's a risk in itself anyway, because you don't know if you're going to get 10, 20, or 50 health, so it may not even be worth it. But
exactly,
the spawn
I
here,
think it's a very desperate move. Like,
it's a last ditch attempt to heal yourself if your medic's kind of dead or elsewhere, basically.
Especially because you can reach it only with the paratrooper, and I don't think the paratroopers are going to be the last to be.
Not really, no.
Left.
But the orderly for J.Warren, the spawn there wasn't too good, and immediately loses almost half of his health, or at least most of it anyway.
I'd say it could have been worse, but we can see that the reason why Darrot went immediately for the sappers.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine he did his homework and realized that
some of the spawn points are really close to the water.
Yeah, but also that I'm guessing he was banking on being the player that went second in round 2, maybe. But either way, he's
because
going
there's
for...
also that spawn points which we didn't get here. For example, yeah, I think Muscatino versus Axpire or something. That if you TNT that guy, he's guaranteed to be stranded on the Crate Island.
Yeah. But two of J.Warren's biggest hitting pigs, the medic and the grenadier, are just positioned right next to the water. It's not really a good start for him.
It's not gonna be huge water damage.
Ooh.
No water damage actually.
None at all. Gets lucky. But I mean, what do you do with your paratrooper here? Sure, okay, you can get from point A to point B quickly, but as soon as you run out of jetpacks, like, oh no, the self damage as well. That's a big turn lost there for J.Warren.
So to answer your question,
yes.
Well, paratroopers on beginner maps are basically controlling pigs. You use them to break body blocks to control eventually the pigs that are eventually going to die to poison to avoid skipping a turn. So for me, they're controlling pigs, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
More than damaging pigs.
I guess if they do manage to survive like later into the round, then they can then use their maneuverability if they still have jetpacks to kind of get into strong defensive positions. I mean, this is a good map for said strong defensive positions, i.e. the islands there on the left to where Darrot's pig is. He can, you know, hide himself away over there, and considering that no one is using heavy weapons, it would be quite easy for him to just chill over there and just launch bazookas all day, every day. But he's going to go with the scoop and going to get big water damage here.
Yep. And considering what I said before, it's important to keep at least one jetpack because of that function that paratrooper has. It's actually interesting that the paratroopers are either an offensive pig on some maps, but a tactical pig on some others, like this one.
Yeah. It's always a question of mobility or damage with the jetpacks as well. Like, I mean, you can usually... It's usually a 2 and a 1 situation. Like, you use 1 to damage and 2 to maneuver, or the other way around.
Because being offensive on maps like this is where this happens. You can just be next to the water and be targeted yourself. Exactly.
And despite the unlucky start, J.Warren does get the first kill.
Yeah. I mean, that paratrooper would have probably died there anyway because he went on 55, but still, that's besides the point.
And the medic, despite J.Warren's unfortunate jetpacking situation, he did deal at least 10 damage there to the orderly, so at least he got something.
I think he did 9, and the other 3 that he's now missing are from water damage from this turn. But anyway...
I guess any damage is good damage.
Yeah, of course. J.Warren got the trank on his medic because in the first turn he just decided to trank the grenadier, which is a choice.
And again, the not so good spawn points, him having to swim here, loses 12 health just to get onto the mainland.
And I'm worried. What does he do now? Does he damage all 3 of them?
Seems that way. He's going gung ho, just saying screw it. Let's get everybody.
Because it makes
I don't
sense.
know if it'll pay off. I mean, yeah, a bit of damage to everyone's fine. Breaks the body block as well.
And his medic was on low health, so it's not like you need to protect him anymore.
Yeah, sometimes if you feel like you're fighting a losing battle, you kind of tend to go a bit more extravagant in your approach.
Yeah.
And like you said, if the medic's in a tough position and is likely to die anyway, you're like, screw it, I'll kill my own medic if I have to.
Especially
just to break...
considering that the two purple pigs that were damaged were the medic and the grenadier. So
yeah, exactly. And I mean, Darrot's trying to get him in the water here, but I feel like that's going to actually push him over the water. Yeah. Placement of TNT is so important.
Just on the shore.
He might get lucky.
Oh no, that's a great TNT.
That makes it a 4v4.
I honestly thought it was going over too.
Yeah. Loses that turn as well, so the orderly's pretty much toast. Depends on what Darrot does now with this other body block.
It's still 4v4. Nobody has a scout here.
But I mean, you see the health there. He's got the other sap still on 147. The medic's still pushing into the high figures, and this sapper still on full health as well. So there could be another kill here potentially.
Yeah.
If he can prove us wrong again with his TNT placement. I'm not going to question it again because I feel like this one's going to land right in the drink and get the kill if he can.
Yeah, that looks good to me.
If he can spin him the right way, though, because if he lands like straight on like that, then he will survive. Oh dear.
Well, we gotta question it again.
Exactly, but I mean, at least there's no poison. That's what I'm happy about. To see a match where there's no poison whatsoever.
Oh come on. Poison is a great tactical weapon.
It is what I was thinking at the break. Like, I can't wait in future to be able to like make something to counter it. You know, when medics can have like medical balls or something. You know.
Yeah, we will discuss about it.
Yeah.
When we get the time, I think medical. Oh, that's gonna mute my phone. I think medics and grenadiers definitely need to be nerfed. If you pass me the term. So that we can at least do something with the insane firepower this guy has and the insanely annoying power that the medic has.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, J.Warren's last turn as well, just getting back to it, I think he was looking at his medic for a moment and you can kind of see him thinking, like, should I just jetpack my own medic and kind of get the kill on him? But he went against
there's no point now because he already skipped his turn and he's not going to skip another one.
He did. But, I mean, it's good that he didn't kill his own medic because you kind of want the enemy to have too much to do.
Which is exactly what happened now. Darrot had to use his grenadier's turn to just give out a rifle.
No, you don't see that very often, but that's, I guess, where you want a scout there.
And that's a very bad positioning too.
Yeah, he's going to trade places, it seems.
That might be a crucial mistake for Darrot. Could have just stay away and thrown a high explosive to kill that grenadier instead of exposing him to the water.
Again, which way will he face? Will he spin the right way? He will, and that will be another kill for J.Warren.
That's a pretty spicy kill. It could bring Warren into the game back again.
That makes it a 3v3 now.
And he can't trank.
Soon to be a 3v2. Well, maybe not. He's going to go for the heal, I think. Yeah.
I was thinking something. What if you actually healed the enemy and then trank him just so you can make him skip a turn?
To make him last longer. That's not a bad idea, to be fair. I mean, it's allowed. You're allowed to heal the enemy. There's no rule against it.
Exactly. That was an unnecessary 45, but still pretty good rifle burst.
Does it again with the clean rifle burst shots. Very nice.
But
so what do you do here?
A paratrooper, and look at this.
Yeah, right next to the water, but that will be a lot of time lost if he's able to push him into the middle. So he needs to do it now.
That's exactly the perfect time to use this last jetpack. It's now or never.
Exactly, and that's a good one. But again, the 10 seconds or so
that he to move.
Sorry, the 10 seconds or so that he spent thinking about it, that's the difference that I find with pro players and the new players coming up, just that the amount of time spent thinking about what they're going to do during their turn. Like, they should already really know what to do. Not that I'm criticizing, just an overall observation.
In fact, I actually would have gone for the sapper here, would have tried to kill him.
Yeah, just gone with that extra 40 from the bazooka.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was a good distribution of damage with the water as well, but that will be another 50. And it's tricky now for J.Warren because the paratrooper, as we said, is all out of jetpacks. He can still damage 40 maximum, and even more if he's able to get a scoop or a machine gun by the water, but it's anybody's game, really.
Oh, well, this guy's also on 150.
I think he needs to get his health down.
Yeah, he just needs...
He can't leave him. But then again, it's like, do you get rid of the medic? Medic's on 30.
No. That's not a good target. You want to keep that TNT.
Also, for cleaner hits as well, I would recommend the grenade launcher. Never thought I'd say that, but no, that's too short. He does get the 20 though.
That was kind of crazy.
Goodness me.
But yeah, Philip, the other separate was out of TNTs, so it was a good idea to go for the medic. Actually, if you would have killed him, I would say Warren still had a chance, because both of Darrot's sappers are out of TNTs.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the shrapnels, but I feel that Darrot has done he's done more homework on the shrapnels.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows the method of using them, but he is going to survive, so the paratrooper will have a turn here, I think probably just to take down the medic, get him out of there.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have another jetpack. It would have been very used now with the medic.
Yeah, it would have been perfect, yeah, but he needs to body block as well. No, I think he's looking to... No, he is, okay. I thought for a moment
actually, I would not body block, because that's a pretty clean TNT for your teammate here. You can push him under water. Yeah, that's not a good one.
Risking it with a machine gun, it's very risky from there, but he does get it. It's just those weapons that can be a little bit inconsistent in dealing the max damage. Machine guns and shrapnel tend to be a little bit funky, whereas, like I was saying about the grenade launcher, it tends to be a bit more reliable, shall we say, in... it has a cleaner hitbox, basically.
Especially considering that the paratrooper is only on 12 health, it doesn't make sense to body block with him, because, well, I can just shoot him.
That's true, but, I mean, I guess he was just hoping for Darrot to get rid of him and damage his own pig, but the 30 there brings him back.
I'd say that. If that purple sapper wasn't body blocked now, J.Warren could still win this.
Yeah, he could have. He does still have that TNT, like you said, so he has the advantage if he can get big damage here.
Basically, now he has to count on Darrot to make another positioning mistake to be able to deal huge damage with that last TNT on the 150 sapper. Because where he is now, he would have taken a lot of damage.
It's all the big numbers game, and he's aiming for the shoulder. We know what's coming, hopefully. Could there be big damage? No! Only the 30 there. There was potential for a kill, but sadly not going to happen. And I think Darrot will just simply go for the shotgun here. But we talked about...
Yeah, you want to move from there, my boy.
We talked about positioning, but...
I'm not sure really how much is...
He's right by the water, so again, if he spins in a certain direction, there could be huge damage.
He's on 108. Oh my god, Darrot could have given Warren a chance here.
Oh, dearie me, he's got that final TNT. No, he's going to go for the kill instead. Goodness me.
Oh no, he's realized it. Or maybe he's going for the butt? No, he's going for it. He has to.
Oh, goodness. I think the entire audience was screaming there for him to...
I know. Potentially he's not gonna get a kill, but it's still gonna be huge. I would say at least 120 if he manages to get the right spin.
It's possible, yeah. It just depends on... Yeah.
Where he's going? Where is he going?
It could be a kill. It could be big, huge damage. 4, 3, 2...
He can't move now. Oh wait, there's this guy now.
There is, but he doesn't have any TNTs, and he has the health advantage here, so... Oh, goodness.
I don't know about that, because I feel like a shrapnel can kill him, and then I don't know if a 23 sapper can get here.
But the fact that he has only a 30, the fact that he has the distance on the pig that has 23 health, and the fact that he will be limping,
Exactly, exactly.
So he can just run away, and as long as he can get the kill here with the shrapnel, I mean, he doesn't even have to, because
exactly.
I mean,
you might as well try because the other one is on 23, but.
So unless Darrot is an absolute god with the grenade launcher.
Yeah, I would say J.Warren has snatched back this one right now.
Oh, he does get it! He went flying! Absolute madman.
I don't think there's a way that now Darrot can take this.
And it all came down to that one moment.
Exactly. I think Darrot lost this game because of his positioning game.
Yeah, he went too quickly with that shotgun against the paratrooper. Shouldn't have stood right next to the water and will take even more damage here.
Yeah, and remember the turn where the Grenadier used his rifle? That was also a positioning mistake. And I think that really decided this game. And J.Warren is incredibly back at it. We thought he was done.
He manages to pull it back. And he does take 27, but I think
unless he misses it.
I think he's just going to run. You've got to run straight up to him and just shoot him in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Just finish it off. Goodness me, going to a round 3. Wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Darrot to kind of finish cleanly. I mean, he had the big advantage. He got quite lucky in terms of spawn positions. Darrot was quite unlucky, but
ultimately, J.Warren had to exploit his positioning mistake, and that's what made him win in the end. I was not expecting J.Warren to get it back, but wow.
He proved us wrong. Which means we'll go to a round 3 on everyone's favorite map. It is going to be Graveyard
Shift. I don't actually dislike the map. So, well, anyway, we're going to see you in a minute.
Welcome back, everybody, to round 3, the final round between J.Warren and Darrot.
J.Warren.
J.Warren and
Darren. Well, Darren is actually a name, right?
It is, yes. But yeah, what are your thoughts going into this final round? Of course, the player that goes first will be random, so it's anybody's game. But I mean, if you were playing right now, ADB, what would be your strategy with this first turn?
Well, it's a beginner map, so you wanna get your priorities right. It's just a game of getting out of the way that your opponent's most powerful pigs.
Yeah, and I mean we can see that in the lineup as well. Again, both players going with the Grenadier, but Darrot will go with the medic second, whereas J.Warren goes with the paratrooper. Interesting maneuvers.
And Warren has a scout, while Darrot has one more sapper. So that could also be interesting.
Surprised me as well, actually, yeah. I mean, considering that... I don't know why I always thought that that Darrot would go with the scout rather than J.Warren, but...
I mean, for me, for these kind of maps, it's a very basic lineup. And J.Warren goes first. The basic lineup is one Grenadier, one medic, 2 sappers, and a scout, with potentially a paratrooper instead of a sapper. Yeah. But that's pretty solid.
I guess it's kind of essential, any map that doesn't have any extra bits of healing, you want there to be some kind of poison.
And as we know, this map has another very, very unforgiving
spawn point.
Unforgiving problem. If you get that pig over the wall, he's not gonna be able to get out. Ooh, I feared for Darrot's medic for a second there.
Down to 60 health already.
That was an 80. I was expecting more, but still pretty.
He'll take anything really, and I think Darrot will be looking to do the same here on the Grenadier. Maybe get the body block, not entirely sure.
Yeah, I was gonna. No, but he's the medic. He's the medic. So yeah,
But can he bring lift off? Can he get him over the wall?
Also, a Grenadier body blocking another Grenadier. That's something we've never seen before. I can tell you that.
Seen it very often, no.
That was very good. I like how he waited, and that's a very solid damage. One more than J.Warren.
That was surprising because it didn't really feel like it was 81 damage.
That's because he waited a little bit for the little grenades to get closer to the medic. I always do that too. It wasn't as solid as our first hit, it was only an 11, but the other ones were more effective. Oh!
Interesting scoop. I mean, he's not going to make it. He is going to make it. He proves me wrong. I thought
maybe
that wall was
he could get back on his own. No, he goes back there.
No.
Oh no!
Oh, huge advantage then for J.Warren.
Yeah.
That wall is such a damn problem. Don't forget, for those of you who aren't familiar with the rules, you cannot use wall climbs to get back over certain areas, and that is one of the areas where there is a wall climb. But sadly, the orderly must remain on that side of the map, and is basically trapped over there.
One thing, funny thing I was thinking about is that in that situation I would actually consider killing my own medic there, but he was on 35, so the only option to do that would have been to use the rifle burst straight up.
He's now in the perfect place for J.Warren to just chuck a poison gas over there and just be done with him.
I wouldn't do that.
Tragic.
I wouldn't do that either. Oh
no! What? Would you believe it?
This could be a game changer.
I ask it every month or so. What are hitboxes? Goodness me!
Oh my god!
I mean, you said it a minute ago. We don't really see two grenadiers body blocking each other very often,
and we don't see two grenadiers getting ranked in the same turn either.
I mean, talk about both players mirroring each other, but
wow,
accidentally at this point. Goodness me.
Oh, but maybe he's looking to do the same.
Yeah, I mean, everyone seems to love that wall at the moment.
Oh no, he's
on
29. That was a pretty wasted
Could
TNT.
get extra damage though.
Oh, but he could have gone for the paratrooper. He could have sent the paratrooper where his medic is.
Although he does still have the jetpacks.
Yeah, but the medic is not going to be first.
No, the medic is second on down.
Yeah, exactly. The medic goes right after that paratrooper. But if I guess if Darrot lost a pig, that would have been possible? I don't know. Anyway.
Still potential, though, given his position. There is still plenty of potential.
I think what actually happened is Darrot actually tried to do it with the medic, but he forgot he was only on 29 health.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone's just grouping up in this corner over here, but J.Warren's finally being like, you know what, I'm going to use some water damage.
Yeah. Again, you gotta be careful of your positioning.
Yeah, it was good maneuvering from J.Warren there, just to back up around the side of the grave there.
That's huge damage.
Just 93. As we saw in the previous round, more TNT water combo damage for J.Warren, proving quite nicely that he's quite capable with his TNT placement, as is Darrot, as we saw on Skullduggery. But there will be, I think, probably all three of these he might use. He might save one of them potentially.
I don't know if it's a good idea to do it, but
he's gonna go with the scoop.
Yep.
As
again,
you predicted.
like you said, it's not gonna be a huge thing because J.Warren is going to be able to move out of there just before the medic's turn. Which is actually huge.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at the two grenadiers.
Wow.
They're just sneezing up there in the corner.
We had that happening only once, I think, so far in the whole competitive scene.
Yeah, I think it was quite early on in Season 1 as well, from what I can remember.
No, it was in Grunt League, actually.
Oh, was it? I swear we had... I can't remember, I swear we had one...
It might have happened twice in that case, because I definitely remember the Grunt League one.
Either that or in a video, I can't remember, but... There will be poison, and the sapper down to 42 health.
I would have not poisoned that guy, honestly. I would have poisoned this guy on 150.
It seemed like one of those turns that you're not really sure what to do. And I mean, the scout is there to poison somebody, but I guess there's just so much going on. It was such a flustered start for both players that you're just like, well, I'll just poison this guy. It'll do.
Because you can easily kill him with something that's a bit better positions, I guess.
Yeah, but Darrot's looking to repay the favor here with that TNT and deal at least a little bit of water damage here.
Now, interestingly enough, we're gonna have two skip turns in a row.
Oh, Everyone loves to see it.
So they're basically still keeping the body block. This might actually be a situation where the Grenadiers last longer.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
of this.
I think he'll look to deal. No, I think he's just going to get out of there. Really.
Again, it's better to just leave him there. Don't even damage him.
It's fair enough, but you can't forget about him.
It's basically like you, not tranquilize, but it's basically like you dump down your every turn he has. You can only do a maximum of 30.
Yeah. He's going to try and get this bazooka away. Not entirely sure he's going to go for. Goes for the sapper. Will damage his own scout as well. Oof,
13 and
more
10.
damage on his own
big
team.
of deal.
I mean, it was a good use of sort of last-minute tactics, I guess.
Yes.
Coming down to the wire, he had like barely 1 second remaining. Got the shot away, but the orderly will still be able to do something at least with the grenade launcher.
I think the only way that Darrot can actually make use of that medic, well, of course, if he doesn't manage to get anyone in there, get anyone in the green uniform in there, is to leave him to do only the nail in the coffin. You know, when there's like an enemy below 30, he can do. He can use his turn to do that.
Yeah. Well, I guess it was good that Darrot kept that final jetpack in the end.
Yes.
I imagine he was obviously just keeping it for safekeeping.
Now, being able to move this sapper is a huge thing. I would go for the scout. He's close to the water.
Yeah, just get somebody on the water's edge would be good. I mean, this match started so quickly, and things have kind of slowed down a little bit.
Oh, mate, that's actually a good idea, I think, because if he had, I was trying to body block, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we questioned it before. I'm not entirely sure if that will be enough to push him over the wall, but
no, that won't reach.
No, just a little bit too short.
He's on 35, so he cannot even blast him out there. It's actually sad to watch that you cannot mimic your opponent's strategy because their pigs are low health, so you're actually going to kill them if you try.
Yeah.
Where is he going, though?
I don't know, you're gonna kind of watch your position on the corners. This map is like, it's basically diamond shaped. I mean, I know it's a square, but
it's very weird.
Yeah, the way that everything's laid out, it's basically a diamond. Oh, doesn't get the double.
But still, that's an important poison. The other one was already poisoned, so it's an important poison because that pig goes with full health.
The paratrooper will come back out again.
The longer this game goes.
Oh, that's gonna waste a lot of time in the air here.
I mean, it's not even gonna hit.
No, I don't think he got any damage on that one.
He can save some time by going on the 2, and I would stay there, honestly.
Yeah, it's a good position. Keeps him off ground level. Doesn't want to damage himself here, though.
Ooh, if he had gotten that paratrooper with the jet, I could have killed him.
He basically body blocks himself. Deary me.
And the terrible thing for Darrot is that J.Warren's Grenadier moves first.
Yeah, not what he wanted. Still isn't able to really utilize him that much, and
if this cluster goes through, I see a very, very strong advantage for J.Warren.
Just depends on how much damage he can deal and where he can potentially blast him to. I feel like he's not really going to move very far, but can he prove me wrong? It doesn't seem so.
That's one of the best. Best. Yes, exactly. Because basically, if you use the cluster like a shrapnel, basically, like we would detonate him on his head, that's the situation where the double tap does the most damage.
Yeah. Well, we saw the 80 and then the 81, and now we had the 100 damage shot. Yeah.
Yeah. So the maximum that the cluster can do is 105. So he did 100.
Perfectly
that was pretty
done,
impressive.
He will be taking some damage here from the water. How much will it be, though? Ooh, a fair amount.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Run around. 28.
Actually, I was thinking that, considering the numbers I saw on that cluster, it's very possible that he got an exact 100.
And what a time to do it.
Yeah.
He's trying to jump on the head to get that extra damage, but not going to be able to do it in time. So instead, he'll just play it safe. Oh,
that feels like kind of a missed opportunity here. He could have just jetpacked the paratrooper down to get him close to the sapper.
again, J.Warren just taking a lot of time to think about his turn and switch between weapons as well.
We did say that the 45 seconds timer was not a huge deal for him in the first 2 games, but it seems like it's coming back to him now.
It is, yeah. And I mean, I guess as the rounds wear on, you kind of get worn down a bit.
Oh no, that's terrible.
No! Rolls away just. Oof. Very lucky. Didn't detonate it though. I don't know if that was maybe a...
No, he just went over him, so he couldn't. He went over the target, so he couldn't detonate it before.
I was too busy talking about the round timers.
Because the problem from that position is that if you just shoot a grenade launcher like 45 degrees, very often it tends to just bounce on the wall.
Yeah. It can be unpredictable. It is a funky projectile. And speaking of projectiles, Sweetie is going into the drink.
No,
he's not. He goes dead center.
Oh, when he jumped on his head, we've completely missed that.
Oh, sorry. I love how in this version of the game, the pigs salute and then they die.
Yeah, that's very sad.
Oh, speaking of sad, I mean, he did survive, but I mean, J.Warren can just shoot him in the back of the head and he'll get plenty of damage.
Yeah, it's 4v3 and every single one of Darrot's pigs is not doing well on health. I think that's very close to being over.
Well, in order to go to take 5th place, J.Warren would have had to win 2-0. So if he does take this one 2-1, he will be joint 1st place with Crumble. But if Darrot wins, he will go 2nd. And he could have gone 1st at top of the table in Group B if he'd have won this game 2-1. So there was potential there for both players to shift up in both of, or in this group, sorry. That will be a big hit, and that will be another kill for Darrot. So it is now a 3v3 situation once again.
Yeah, to be fair, it's not. It's only the scout with huge health on Warren's team, but yeah, nobody is doing good enough.
If the medic
team. That's very risky.
If the medic wasn't behind the wall, this would be a completely different game.
I know. So we got screwed by the positions, and that could be a skip turn.
Should be a kill. It is. So no nonsense there from J.Warren, bringing it down to a 3v2, and yeah, all he can do is
rely. There is a couple of low health picks from.
There's still the paratrooper on 12, but the scout is the one that is hiding there to the right and has a large amount of health.
If he's full health, then it's over. Well, we have to see.
Pretty much, yeah. I think he's got at least 120. 35. I'm pretty sure. But he's poisoned, and I believe he's on at least 36. Yeah, 36.
So he's just gonna go for a shotgun.
Yeah, he can gain an extra turn and then just finish off the sad orderly behind the wall.
Yeah.
That was surprising. I mean, going into round 2,
Wait, how did that do 29? Oh, no. I thought he was on 35, sorry.
No, it did the full 30. Yeah, going into round 2, Darrot felt quite strong, obviously, taking that first round. But the tide turned.
It's surprising that J.Warren won this, because at the end of game 2, it seemed pretty sealed.
It did, yeah. He can't make it over the wall.
He's just experimenting, I think.
He is, yeah. Figuring it out. And that's a bit too far.
Yeah, it is. But that's going to bounce back on him.
I thought that was going to do a full 30.
This will be over.
Yeah,
but...
I mean, he can still bring it back down to a... No, maybe not. I was going to say he could bring it down to a 1v1, but that's also going to be only 21 damage.
I mean, it's now like both these two have only 1 win and 2 losses, but as we said before, Group B is tough. And
it is, yeah. and it's just a question of because I mean, considering this is only week 3, there's still another 3 weeks to go after this.
4, but
4, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
3 in terms of games to be played, because
Yeah.
I think both of these two didn't have their skipped week yet.
Not yet, no. But
So,
J.Warren takes round 3, and he takes this game 2-1. So as we said,
it's his first win of the Hogs War League.
it is. Congratulations to J.Warren. Congratulations to Darrot as well. He did play well, but
That
unfortunately,
was a pretty good game from both of them. So
yeah, unfortunately, Graveyard Shift kind of locked him out of having any kind of competition in that final round.
But yeah, we will see what these two can do in next matches. I think they both have a fairly good chance to qualify for playoffs. You mean?
Indeed, there's a chance for everybody at the moment. It's still technically early days.
Yeah, we're halfway through for these two because they're played 3 of their 6 matches. But still,
Exactly.
we're gonna see you next time.
Take care, everybody.